The mechanical engineer who said he started cultivating Irish potatoes here 2 years ago described it as a profitable venture considering the soil fertility of the area, which requires the application of only manure to get the best yield.
Basically, it's like now. It's like I have already harvested 1/3 of the planted Irish potato that on the ground. So I'm now expecting like about 15 tons on the ground, inshallah. Okay.
This solar-powered borehole is being used by Abdullah Bature to provide enough water for the irrigation activities, which enables him to produce other farm produce such as cabbage, pepper, onions, and tomatoes, among others. In 2022 alone, the young farmer produced over 800 bags of 50 kg Irish potatoes here, which he said happens to be one of the best in terms of size and quality. Abdullah Bature, who apparently looks more happier with the value chain than the yield, told Trust Television that he employs over 10 people to work on the farm on daily basis, which he engages about 25 people on special occasions. This beside his customers in Sokoto, Kaduna, Kano, and the Federal Capital Territory. He, however, speaks on some of the constraints involved in irrigation farming and Irish potatoes production.
The only challenge, let the government come in to see the possibility of creating employment toward this production of Irish potato, because we have the market, and I know that inshallah, if we can coordinate, we can produce more than our expectation.
In spite of all these challenges, experts say the most amazing thing is that one can bring anything from anywhere and grow it anywhere in the northern part of the country. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
And in business, Brent crude, against which Nigeria's oil is priced, moved up in price to $114 per barrel on Wednesday, raising by $3.73 when compared to the previous day's cost. Its rise in price followed the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, as the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries raised the alarm that the crisis was also costing the energy market more than 7 million barrels of crude oil daily. The Secretary General OPEC, Sanusi Barkindo, disclosed this at the 61st meeting of the Joint Technical Committee of the organization via video conference. Barkindo told the meeting that the leading international organizations and institutions came together in the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic to endorse efforts to stabilize the energy markets. And on the foreign scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that shelling of the besieged Ukrainian city of Mariupol would only end when Ukrainian troops surrender. Putin made the comments during an hour-long phone call with the French President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday night, the Kremlin said in a statement. But French officials said the Russian leader had agreed to consider plans to evacuate civilians from the city. Russia later proposed a one-day ceasefire for Thursday. The Defense Ministry said the ceasefire would start at 10 o'clock local time and would allow people to travel westwards to Zaporizhia via the Russian-controlled port of Berdyansk. On Thursday morning, Ukrainian Deputy Prime Minister Enya Vereshchuk said a convoy of Ukrainian buses was on its way to Mariupol to try to evacuate civilians. She said the International Committee of the Red Cross had confirmed that Russia had agreed to open a humanitarian corridor to the city. And finally, in sports, the Nigeria Football Federation has tendered an apology to the federal government and Nigerians for the failure of the Super Eagles to qualify for this year's World Cup finals in Qatar. NFF General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi regretted that the team failed to qualify despite the enormous support of government and Nigerians, who turned out in throngs to fill up the 60,491 capacity Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja for the clash with Ghana Black Stars on Tuesday. The Super Eagles could only achieve a score draw 1-1 against the Black Stars, which ended their hopes of playing at the World Cup finals in Qatar as Ghana sneaked through on the away goal rule.